OMT Online Dynasty. Welcome back, everybody, to our off-season spectacular here. We just finished up year 3. Congratulations again to Vancy and his Louisiana Raging Cajuns for winning the national title there at the end of the season. But now it's time for us to focus back on Old Dominion and what can we do to try to put ourselves in a position to be competing at that level next year. It's all going to start with the transfer portal. So first, if you haven't seen any of these before, this is a 32-user online dynasty. We're in 4 custom conferences, 8 teams in each. We're all full right now, but if you are interested in potentially joining the dynasty in the future, it is all done through the Discord. Link for that is down in the description. Either DM me or just make a post and tag me. Let me know you want on the wait list. We do have, I believe, 22, maybe 23 people on the wait list as of right now. We went through 8 or 9 throughout year 3, so we do work our way through there. It just might take a little bit for you to get a spot. So Old Dominion. Let's take a quick look at our depth chart here, and then we're going to have, little snippets from week 1, 2, 3, and 4 of the transfer portal. Get you guys a full idea of what we're doing here in the off season and how the team is going to look headed in to year number 4. So let's just start with how the team is looking currently. And of course, this is still going to have our seniors on this depth chart, so we're going to have to kind of disregard those. We didn't have anybody transferring out, and no, we had like 2 people transfer out. We had a total of 7 that were threatening to leave. We got 5 to commit to come back. Nobody super important. So the team just baseline is sitting mostly okay. There's definitely some big holes we still need to fill using that transfer portal, but we'll go over that in just a second. Quarterback, we are going to have Alejado for 1 more season. We're also going to include, I am doing the manual player progression this year, so we'll have that included in here as well, what we decide to do. But Alejado overall, I'm thinking throw power. His speed, excel, agility, that's all fine. Throw power, and I don't know, some of these other things might be what we're looking to upgrade here, but overall I like Alejado. I wish I could upgrade his height and give him that give him the surgery to break his legs and make him like 4 inches taller. That'd be great, but our short Hawaiian King is going to be leading us into year 4. Halfback, we are losing Devin Roche, the senior. Unfortunate. This guy's been awesome for us, and be sad to see him go. But I do think we're in fairly capable hands here between Jawan Stack and George Burnett. Burnett stepped in a little bit in year 2 when Roche was actually at Kansas, and we had Hillhouse as our halfback one who got hurt, and Burnett was totally fine. So I think we'll be okay between the halfbacks we have on the field here. Wide receiver is going to be a weak spot, though. We are losing Hillhouse, Lott, Abdul Rahim Gladding, and Trey Brown. So really the only receivers we have are going to be Newsom, Lorick, and then some guys hiding down here like Sherman and Goodwin. So wide receiver is definitely going to be something we need to focus on recruiting wise and transfer portal wise to hopefully get us a little bit of speed. That's kind of my big issue right now is Newsom 92 speed is coming back, but the other guys that are coming back are all in the 80s. So that is definitely going to be a concern for us. Wide receiver, specifically depth and speed. Tight end, we are getting Olesh back. Thank goodness. 88 overall, 6'5", silver 50-50. This guy's unbelievable. So happy to have him back. And Shakir Pepper, I still think he's got some good potential hiding back here at our tight end too. Offensive line is a disaster. It's a complete mess. We're losing our left tackle. We're losing our left guard. We are losing our center. I believe right guard and right tackle are staying, but they're both really bad. So we could essentially use upgrades kind of across the board. This guy's not the worst, but offensive line in general, we are going to need some help. Our edge positions on defense, we're actually looking pretty good here. Julius Walls, who already has silver quick jump. Then we have a bronze quick jump on Javon Riggs. And behind these guys, who we actually might switch him to linebacker, is this Travis McDonough. He does have takedown and recoup. He's 88 speed, 6'2", 235. So we might move him to a linebacker spot. To be determined. We will see. Defensive tackle, we are losing Dylan Johnson and Benedict Uma, but we are keeping Pryor, which is nice. We would still like at least one more really good defensive tackle. I don't know what defensive playbook we're going to switch to, but we're going to switch to one just to mix things up. I don't want to just sit in 6-1 all the time as much as I like it. Sometimes you just got to change. Sam linebacker, we got Dante McClellan, 84 speed, pretty solid. Josh Choice, very excited to see how he's going to end up developing. He's 90 speed, 88 excel, 89 agility. He's already fast enough. I don't think we're going to use any points on his speed, but things like tackling, hit power, block shedding, maybe man or zone coverage, those are the kind of things I think we're going to focus on for Mr. Choice. Then at will linebacker, I don't know. I kind of like this Silverman, but he's only 5'11". He's a normal depth trait. I think we could use some linebacker help. Corners, definitely going to need a little assistance here. We're unfortunately losing Ryan Niblett, the senior. He was so good for us. I think he had 8 interceptions throughout year 3. He's going to be a tough guy to replace, but at least we are getting Quentin Taylor Jr. back for one more year. 94 speed, 6 foot tall corner. We do have Dylan Beebe here, but he's only 5'10", but he is 92 speed. Then we're losing Macho Stevenson. So corner, another area we're going to have to look at. Free safety, we're going to get Derek Beasley back. Only 73 overall, but 88 speed and gold house call and 6'2". Overall, a very solid free safety, and the big one is we are getting Messiah Delhomme back for his senior year. So strong safety, I think we're looking pretty good. We could use another safety. We could definitely use some corners, maybe some linebackers and defensive tackles. So a little bit of everything. We definitely need better kicker, and our punter is leaving. So our kicker's only 81 kick power, which we don't like. And then we're not going to have a punter who we never used anyway. I don't think we did punt a couple of times. So specialists, special teams is going to be a thing we need. So let's take a look at how we're sitting here. Off-season recruiting week 1, transfer portal just opened. We got a mix of some of our high school recruits we're still going after and who our early targets are here in the transfer portal. First, our high school guys. Quarterback George Duff. I never spend time scouting unless it's like that time before the season starts and you don't even have the option of doing any of these recruit actions. I'm just never going to scout these guys. As long as you're like an archetype, however you want to pronounce it, that we like, and you have good size, I think we're going to go after you. So George Duff, a dual threat, 6'2", 204. I do like my quarterbacks that can get out and move a little bit and hopefully make some things shake. A backfield threat, I like a lot. Those Texas routes out of the backfield, very, very good. So having a good receiving halfback is something we would like. Trying to get some receiver help here with 6'3" gadget wide receiver Robert Theus. I don't know if gadget's a good archetype, but we'll find out, I suppose. We're the only one in on those 3, so we're not wasting any hours on those guys. Now this tight end I would love to get, but UConn is hot on our heels. We have a slight lead right now, but we're putting 50 hours on him. We're really trying to get Cameron Charles, 6'6" vertical threat tight end. Again, we don't really know anything about him, but just from his size and being a vertical threat tight end, I know that's somebody we want on the team. Hopefully, we're going to be able to hold off UConn there. 3-star pure power left edge. Pure power edges might get moved to D-tackle. We'll have to see how that all shakes out, but we are in on this Joseph Bin. Looking pretty good there. Having to spend some hours on a Mike linebacker Lurker, only 5'11", which we don't love, but we do want to hold off LSU to bring Caleb Mixon in. We do have a pretty significant pipeline disadvantage. We'll see if we can hold off the Tigers. Will linebacker Lurker, 6'2", 233. Much more of what we like to see here. We do have a bronze pipeline going up against Indiana in their silver pipeline, so we're gonna have 50 hours spent on him. Zach Wilkins, a 3-star boundary corner, 6'2". What we love to see in our corners, but purple pipeline Florida hiding right behind them. Hopefully they don't go too nuts on us here and end up catching us. One more corner, 6'1", Jared. There's not another R in there. That's just Jared Pride. Again, good size, boundary corner, only one in on him. Love that. Then future strong safety or sub linebacker with a box specialist, 6'1", Kevin Montanez. And then a punter, Kyle Streeter. Only one in on him. Just going power on punter and kickers and hoping for the best. Who we've gotten committed already throughout the year. 4-star East-West playmaker, Jason Terry. We actually did scout him a little bit. I saw 92 speed. I'm in. Welcome to the squad, buddy. He might come in and be our wide receiver 1 right away. He's running back 1 right away. He's an impact dev with 92 speed. He might be our best option right out the gate. We did already sign some offensive line help here of 3 tackles, all 3 stars. Lawrence Fife, raw strength. Aiden Russo, raw strength. Then a well-rounded Joey Blow. Wide receiver help, Micah Dillard, 5'9", speedster wide receiver. His speed looked kind of high. I saw 82 deep route running. We like that. He unfortunately is just a normal depth trait, but we will have to live with that. And we did get a 4-star Lurker, Will linebacker, 6'1", Kyrie Mayweather, big for the program. And then pure power kicker. I don't even know. Did we see? Yeah, he's got 90 kick power. So he's going to come in and be our kicker immediately. We did lose out on a few recruits here. 4-star defensive tackle goes to Jax at Marshall, you dirty dog. The other 3 we lost out on were all just the CPU teams. Wide receiver to North Carolina, corner and right guard to Penn State. So now we get to who we are going after in the transfer portal. We'll throw a backfield creator quarterback in here, Grant McDaniel. Why the heck not? Some more wide receiver help. We desperately need wide receivers. 6'1" physical route runner. I don't know if I'm going to like that archetype, but we're the only one in on Alonzo Madden as of right now. 3-star wide receiver Christian Tate, Navy, trying to make a play for him here with the bronze pipeline. We are starting off at number 1. I mainly focused on people that were interested in us right away in the beginning. I never know if I want to do that or pipelines first. I figure we'll just start with the interest this time. And we really had, I think we had 1 4-star, maybe 2 that were even open to the idea of coming to ODU. So we're just working in our 3-star level here. Some interior offensive line help. We already got those tackles coming in from high school. So now we're trying to get some of these transfers in. Nate Houston, an agile left guard. This guy, agile left guard, and Jake Wheelock, agile center. I don't know. Again, the archetypes I'm not 100% sure on. I'm saying it both ways, I think. Archetype or archetype, whatever I'm feeling at that given time. Right edge, 4-star. Dominic Kirks. So Toledo is in on him too, and he has a gold pipeline, so I'm not sure we're going to be able to bring him in. Again, a pure power that we could move to D-tackle, because I actually like how our edges are sitting, but if we could do a position change on one of these guys, that would put us in a really good spot. And a quick note about position changes and kind of how we're trying to police that. There's not really a great way to do it. It's just in general, just don't be a dick. Don't do something that is intentionally breaking the game and breaking the skill caps by moving a tight end to wide receiver and then to another position and then to another position so you can keep updating his speed and then just move him back to tight end. Just don't do that. If you do get caught doing that, that player's going to be benched throughout the season. It's an honor system way to do it. I think it's the best way to do it. Anyway, back to who we're actually going after here. Another 4-star lurker, 6'4", 249-pound Noah Carter. As of now, we are the only one in on this guy, and I hope it stays that way. With that size, lurker usually has decent enough speed. We'll see how that works out for us, but I would love to get Noah Carter into the building. And then from Western Kentucky, shout out to Cord, who actually gave us the idea and let us know this guy had a second on his board. Old Abracadabra. Then I want to say he was 93 speed. Sam linebacker from Western Kentucky. Would love to get this guy in to Norfolk. It always takes me a second to remember where ODU is. So we are going after him. 4-star corner from Army. I remember both of these last 2 guys came from Army. This is a 4-star corner, bump and run, 6'1", had us at first on his board, where bronze pipeline, Rice is jumping in on him too, but they're also bronze, and we're starting off with a lead. So hopefully we'll be able to hold him off, get another cornerback in on the secondary. Then I was really hoping we could get Micah Strickland, the free safety from Army, but we noticed number 4 on his board there, the Louisiana Ragin' Cajuns with that blue number 4 pipeline. I just don't think we're going to have a chance to hold him off. Even with us starting a little bit ahead here, with us having 0 pipeline, him having a really good one, I just don't. I'm keeping 15 on him just in case Louisiana doesn't put a ton of hours on him. I want to build something up heading into week 2, but I'm not loving our chances of getting Micah Strickland. I think overall we're pretty okay at free safety. We've got some strong safeties on here we can potentially move over as well. So that is how our recruiting board is looking here at week 1 of the transfer portal. We'll get an update here on week 2, 3, 4 with our manual player progression, all of that stuff, all just right here in this video, and we can all see together how Old Dominion is going to look heading into year 4. But I will see you guys in just a second for week 2. Week 2 of the transfer portal has arrived here. We did get 1 big commitment, and we have moved our board around quite a bit as other offers and hours and a lot been going on. So our high school guys here, we do have a deal breaker issue here with Robert Theus, just because we've added a few more wide receivers to our board, but we are still the only one in on him, so I think we will be okay with our 6'3" gadget receiver here. Overall, looking pretty good in terms of the high school recruiting we're getting. Indiana, nobody's even offered him. I was gonna say Indiana is right there, but I actually think they peeled off, so I'm actually gonna take our 50 hours off of this Morris right now, considering we're the only one that has a scholarship on him, and we will put that to use somewhere else down here. But everywhere else, in terms of the high school recruiting, we are looking good. We did get our commitment from our tight end. We did hold off UConn on this one. 6'6", 196-pound vertical threat tight end, Cameron Charles. Very excited to see how he is going to end up looking for us. Now, transfer portal wise, our quarterback still only one in on him. No changes there. A couple wide receivers. This Alonzo Madden, I'm not loving our chances because Michigan's in on him. Illinois is in on him. Both have significant pipeline advantages over us, so I don't think we're going to be able to hold them off. So we have added down here a couple wide receivers, Pascal Jackson Amos. PJA, 6'5" speedster wide receiver. Nobody in on him right now, so we are going to try to take advantage of that. And Ali Joyner, 6'3" speedster wide receiver. Nobody else has offered him either. So I think we're going to take those 50 hours and kind of split it between these guys. And I'm kind of tempted to take our 50 off of Alonzo Madden. So we could go 25 here, 25 here, and then 25 on a couple other spots down here is what I think I'm going to do. But that's our wide receivers. Offensive line, I took our hours off of Nate Houston. We're already behind Clemson and North Carolina. They both have purple pipelines. They both offered them already. I think we're out of it on this Nate Houston. We'll have to find another guard to take over that spot. This left guard, it's between us and UCLA as of right now. They do have a bronze pipeline, but we have a big enough lead. I'm thinking we can hold him off there. Then our center, it's between us and Notre Dame with the purple. I don't love our chances on that one either. I think we're going to find a new guard and a new center that don't have any other offers to potentially add back to our board here. Defensive edge, Dominic Kirks, the 4-star right edge, us in Toledo. Toledo has the gold pipeline. We have bronze. We did get our visit scheduled first, so hopefully we'll be able to take the lead, at least for this week, but I don't think we're going to be able to hold off IQ Truth, the defending national runner-ups, lost in the title game. And I think they're going to beat us for this this prospect here as well. But we do have this right edge, speed rusher, 6'4", 235, that nobody else is in on. So we do have a backup plan there. I did just add this defensive tackle, Jimmy O'Neal, a gap specialist at 6'5", 330. I've really been wanting like a big nose tackle to help with the running game, somebody we can just stick in the middle, like a Vita Vea type. And Jimmy O'Neal might just be that guy, so we added him to our board. 4-star will linebacker, Noah Carter, the guy we really want to find a way to get. We can't do a visit yet. We will do a visit with him as soon as we can to try to hold off Oregon in that gold pipeline, because I would love to get Noah Carter added to the squad. But even if we don't, we do got Abracadabra that we're still in good. And honestly, we could take our hours off of him, or at least drop it to 10 or 25, because nobody else is even in on him right now. So we're looking really good to get this 93 speed thumper Sam linebacker. And our two Army boys we're going after for the secondary, Ben Hanks Jr. We have got an arm race between our three user teams here, us, James Madison, and Rice. And then Purple Pipeline, CPU Miami still lurking behind there. At least we all kind of work together on this guy to box Miami out from getting a visit. So hopefully it's at least going to be one of our three users ending up with Ben Hanks Jr. We did find this corner, Sherrod Smith, 6'1", 197. So about the same size. He's boundary arch type. Offer him. Nobody else in on him. Hopefully we're looking okay there. Micah Strickland. I'm so torn. I feel like I should just give up on him, because Louisiana's got that blue pipeline. He's got the visit for week 3. I don't think we're going to catch him, but let's at least ride it out for one more week and see what happens with Micah. We do have this strong safety, Isaiah Thomas, that had no other offers here either, and we do have the blue pipeline on him. I think we'll be able to get him if nothing else. So that's how things are looking. I am going to move a couple things around here now that we're looking at it, and then we'll see where this board finishes up before we head into week 3. Well, here's how our final board is going to look here at the end of week 2. Grant McDaniel, quarterback, no hours on him. Nobody else offered him. Tate, we did move that other wide receiver off. I just don't think we're going to be able to hold off Michigan or Illinois. So we took that scholarship back. We took those 50 hours back. We ended up scheduling a visit here with Tate for week 2. Added some hours to Jackson Amos and Joyner. Both speedsters, both 165, 163. We know the Sun Belt is the land of the giant wide receivers. We got to try to join on in. We did find some another left guard to add on here. We did end up removing that other one. We'll add Neil Sledge, a raw strength, 6'5", 315. Nobody else in on him. We'll offer the scholarship, throw 10 hours on there. Same thing with this center, Dontrell Holt, raw strength, 6'5", 309, scholarship, 10 hours. And then just through some extra hours we had on some other guys, did drop Abracadabra down to 25. I just don't think we need 50 on him, is the way things are right now. We should have some hours opening up here with all the visits we scheduled, and we'll have an idea of what we want to do with Micah Strickland after week 2 into week 3. So that is the full look of our current board right now. I like it. I like it, all things considered. We got some young tackles. We're beefing up the interior of our offensive line. We can always move guys around where need be, trying to get some defensive line help, really pushing up our linebackers here, which gives a lot of defensive flexibility. So as long as we can get Abracadabra and the linebackers we already have, we'll be pretty happy. But if we can get Noah Carter on top of that, we'll be in a fantastic spot. We'll see about Hanks, we'll see about Strickland. So that's how we're looking, wrapping up week number 2. Let's head into week 3 and hopefully get some good news. Transfer portal week 3 is here, and we did have to move a few things around. Some of the visits didn't quite work out like we had hoped to. Some of the pipeline disadvantages we were on, I don't think we're going to be able to overcome. So we moved quite a few things around. Now, when it comes just from our regular recruiting, we are the only person in on every single person that we are going after at this point. So we took all of our hours off of these guys so we can focus more just on the transfer portal and how that is looking here. Still only one in on this quarterback. Looks like we'll get some good depth there. Wide receiver wise, I like where we're at. Tulane is really trying to make a push here on this Christian Tate. But that visit we had with him in week 2 really helped push us, give us a really good lead. They are only at silver and with no visits scheduled, so I'm hoping we can hold off Tulane on that one. These 2 wide receivers we're looking fantastic on. I am keeping 50 hours on both of these guys, despite us being the only one with offers on them, because I really want to make sure we get the 6'5" speedster Pascal Jackson Amos and the 6'3" speedster Ali Joyner. Even if it means we might be wasting hours on these guys, I just want to make sure nothing too crazy can happen here at the end of the transfer portal. If we get these 3 receivers, because we really needed wide receiver help, if we can get these 3 guys, I think puts us in a pretty good spot. We did have to move off one of our guards. Again, just pipeline wise, we were not going to be able to catch up. So we added Neil Sledge, the Sledgehammer, 6'5", 315 raw strength. Just go ahead, jump 50 hours in on him. Doesn't have any other offers, so we're just making sure we're jumping into that top 8 before anything too crazy happens there. This left guard, we kept 30 hours on him for now, but UCLA and Oklahoma State, mainly Oklahoma State, worries me with that gold pipeline. I'm not sure we're going to be able to hold on for this guy. Then we did add a couple new centers here. Dontrell Holt, raw strength, 6'5", 309. He might have been on last week. I don't remember. I should have checked. I don't know. But we got another center here with Eric Marrero. Pass protector, but 6'3", 313, transfer freshman. I like that. Somebody who could actually stick around for the last 3 or 4 seasons we are going to have here. This right edge, we did take the lead over Toledo, but now he has the visit. He has the gold pipeline. I don't think we're going to be able to hold off the Rockets for this 4-star right edge, which is unfortunate. But at least we got this speed rusher. Nobody else in on him right now. We have the pipeline if anybody even does try to jump in on Obina. Not going to get him. He is going to be coming to Old Dominion. We did get this pure power defensive tackle added to the board, 6'2", 296. Only one with an offer on him. I think we're looking pretty good. Hopefully to get him, unless Ohio State tries to pull something with their purple pipeline there. Noah Carter, we are neck and neck with the Oregon Ducks. Of course, they have that tier 3, but we're going to have him visiting this week. That should jump us ahead of Oregon. And then maybe we do some hard sell, something else in week 4 to hopefully lock Noah Carter down. Abracadabra. North Carolina State decided to join the party on him, unfortunately. So we do have a visit scheduled with him for this week. Try to hold them off. Silver pipeline with us having upped it to 50 hours with that visit. I'm hoping it's going to give us enough distance to hold off the Wolf Pack there. Ben Hanks Jr., this is what I was worried about. I remember in week 2, that purple pipeline of Miami jumped everybody to take over first place. He just had I think he had a week 2 visit with Rice. Maybe not me. He might have taken that away. But now he's going to be visiting with us this week, then JMU the following week. We'll see how that shakes out. I don't love our chances to grab him, but we do have a couple corners down here I'd be okay with. 6'1", Sherrod Smith, only one in on him. We do have that pipeline in case anybody wants to try to dip their toes in this pool will be ready for it. Then Lloyd Irvin the third we just added. We're trying to catch up to West Virginia. We do have a +1 pipeline disadvantage. It doesn't look like they're going super crazy on them, so I think we'll have a good shot to catch them and get our 6'3" Lloyd Irvin the third, which would be fantastic. Then that Army strong safety, the 4-star. Even after the visit, we were behind Louisiana, and they had the Tier 4 pipeline. We were just not going to catch the Raging Cajuns. Fine, you want to go play for the defending national champion instead of the Sun Belt Conference runner-up? Okay, good luck with that, buddy. So we'll just go for Isaiah Thomas. I guess we'll call him Isaiah Thomas the third, you know, the son of the other Isaiah Thomas, the Boston legend. At least for a season or two. He was awesome with the Celtics. So that is how our board is going to be set up here to wrap up week 3. Once we get to week 4, I'm going to record live as we do the advance and see how everything shakes out. Then we'll do our player upgrades and you'll get a full picture of how team overalls, how ODU specifically is looking before we head into year number 4. But that is it for week number 3. I will see you guys for the final week of the transfer portal. Well, it is portal week 4. We are 5 minutes away from advancing here and seeing the bounty we get here from the portal. I do think we're looking pretty good. We're getting all of these guys for sure. All the high school recruits we've been going after, which is great. Portal wise, we have a few still up in the air. We will see. This quarterback we're getting, I think all the wide receivers, we are looking phenomenal. Shout out AJ Styles, the phenomenal one. Just ended his career. I just actually watched that match like an hour ago against Gunter. Heck of a match. Sad to see AJ Styles go. One of my personal favorites for a long time. How do you not love AJ Styles? Anyway, receiver-wise, we are looking very good. We're going to get all 3 of these, which is huge because we really, really needed wide receiver help. So we're getting our 6'3", our 6'5" speedster, as well as elusive route runner, Christian Tate, also 6'2". So we're getting some big boys in this wide receiver room. Offensive line, don't love our chances. I don't think we're going to catch UCLA for this guard. I don't think we're going to catch Georgia for this guard. This right guard, I think we have a shot. Nobody else has offered him within the top 8, so maybe we can sneak in. I'm not going to try to say this guy's name, but I think there's a good chance we're going to sneak in and grab him. We might, because our only real competition on this one is Oregon State. He's the only one that actually offered him. We have a silver pipeline. He has nothing. I think we'll be able to jump up and grab this guard though. This center we just added, again, only one offered him, so we're looking pretty good there. 3-star right edge, we'll get him. 3-star D tackle, we'll get him. Noah Carter. This one is going to be very, very close between us and Oregon. I'd be thrilled if we get him. I'm not 100% sure we will. Abracadabra, right, just barely ahead of North Carolina State. Just had the offer go through, or just had the visit go through. Would love to get this guy. North Carolina State really came out of nowhere on that one. Cornerbacks, Sherrod Smith. I think we'll be able to hold off Maryland for him. Lloyd Irvin the third. We do have a visit. We do have a pipeline advantage, so we might be able to catch West Virginia on that one. This corner we just offered, I don't know. I don't have any more hours, though, is the problem. Georgia Southern just jumped in on him, too. So we only added him to our board because he had no other offers. Now he does. I'm kind of, do we have hours on anybody we can actually take off really quick and throw on that guy? I mean, this guy maybe, and then we just throw 25 hours on that corner and hope for the best and hope it doesn't cost us both of them. I think that's actually going to be our plan here. Last second, maybe 3 minutes before advance change, and hope 25 is going to be enough for us to snake Antonio Harris out from Georgia Southern. We will see. If he noticed we're in on him too, I don't think that's going to be enough, but I feel like we got to do something, and 25 is enough on that guy that we had. So that's how we look here just before advance. Let's go ahead and send it and let's see what we end up with here. And here we go. Give it the advance. Yep, it is time. Let's go. Let's see who we get. We need a lot of handshakes to be popping up on this screen right now. We should see a ton. In fact, I wish there was a way to just kind of skip all of them. So we get Christian Tate. Like I said, we should get all our receivers. We should have a lot of handshakes coming through here, including all the high school guys. And I kind of wish there was a way to get through it, to be honest. Like, just let me hit B and just back out and go look at everybody that committed, because we might see this like 30 times. At least hopefully. There's a few we really want to see. No, the only one we really want to see is that will linebacker. Oh, great, we got the punter. Noah Carter. Yes, that is huge that we were able to keep him from going to Oregon there. Who else? I mean, I feel like we're getting. I mean, there's just so many. There's just so many to go through. And I really wish I could just skip all of this. There, we got a lot. I guess, yeah, we'll just go through this and then we'll go over our main board here after however long this takes. Okay, so let's look at National Signing Day. See everybody that ended up going to Old Dominion. We will look at their dev traits and everything here too. Normal. We're probably going to see a lot of normal. Impact on the 3-star halfback is nice. Star on Robert Theus is fantastic. Our 6'3" gadget. Another normal on our left edge. Normal. Impact on our corner. Zach Wilkins, 6'2". We're getting big boys in the wide receiver room and in the cornerback room. I really wanted more height at corner, so that's something we kind of focused on a little bit. Little star dev on our punter. Sure, why the heck not? Impact on our 4-star halfback we got quite a while ago. Impact on our left tackle. Okay. Oh, only normal dev on that tight end is kind of a bummer. With that 6'6", 196-pound vertical threat tight end, I was really hoping he would be impact or star. Would have been fantastic. So now let's get into the transfer portal. Impact on Grant McDaniel, normal on Christian Tate, normal on Jackson Amos. All 3 wide receivers normal. These are the guys we kind of expected to miss out on, these guards. I was hoping we could snag. I'm hoping it wasn't just because we dropped down to 25. I don't think so, but it might have been. I think, was that even the guy? I don't know. A lot of normal devs come through in the transfer portal here, though. Impact on our 3-star right edge. Impact on our 3-star D tackle. Noah Carter, star dev. And we did lose Abracadabra. Gosh dang you, North Carolina State. That had to have been so close. That hurts. That one hurts me. Normal dev on Sherrod Smith. Impact on Lloyd Irvin. We didn't have quite enough juice to get Antonio Harris, but he's a normal dev anyway, so enjoy that, Georgia Southern. And we did get our 3-star strong safety, Isaiah Thomas. Okay. So that could have gone much worse. It could have gone better, but it certainly could have gone worse. Let's see if there's any positions we want to change. We might want to move somebody to D tackle, but we will see. Our highest overall, of course, Mr. Olesh. Noah Carter, 85 overall, 89 speed with platinum robber. Suck it, Oregon, you bums. Welcome to ODU, Noah Carter. Obviously, we're not going to change any of our quarterbacks, but let's see. So Duff, this was the high school guy we just got, the normal dev. I feel like we have too many quarterbacks now. Blanton, I think, is kind of our guy going forward after, because we have Alejado for 1 more year. And then it's probably going to be Blanton. We will see. Halfback, I'm thinking it's just going to be Jason Terry. Jason the Jet Terry, right off rip. Do any of you guys want to play anywhere else? No, I think it's fine. I could move someone to fullback, but who cares? We don't use a fullback. Our wide receiver room is hurting here pretty badly. Lorick, 6'1", 88 speed. Tate's 90 speed, 6'2". Newsom with 92 speed. Jackson Amos, 88 speed. Joyner, 92 speed. So it could have been worse. It certainly could have been better. And wide receiver somewhere we're going to have to continue to focus on in the future. Our top 3 are all seniors, a lot of juniors. Not looking too hot wide receiver wise here for Old Dominion, but of course Andrew Olesh, 88 overall, 87 speed. And then Cameron Charles as a true freshman, who we're probably just going to redshirt him this year because we have Pepper here too. But as a true freshman, 6'6", 85 speed, tight end. Love to see that. Offensive line, I'm going to kind of close my eyes and go through this because I really don't think it's going to be very good. It is not. Can we move? Like, how would you be as a left guard? 16. Yeah, let's just move. Should we move Bourne? We got to move somebody to left guard, and we have 1,000 right tackles. How many left tackles do we have? 2. So if we can move like 1 to guard, 1 to left guard. I mean, they're all normal dev. It doesn't really frickin' matter. What are their strengths aren't great. This guy though has 89 strength. I'm moving him to left guard. You're going to left guard, brother. Big, strong boy. Get over to guard. Okay. Okay. So we're going to do that. Oh my God. I have way too many left edges. Okay. A whole lot of recoups. Not too much else. I mean, Griggs is going to be the starter with his silver quick jump on this side. Walls. Oh my gosh. I have so many edge rushers. Okay. I think McDonough's going to move to be a linebacker somewhere. Maybe is another Mike. I mean, Carter. Oh, and I have so many will linebackers. I don't hate. How is Robinson as an edge rusher? Oh, pretty bad. He's not bad as a safety, though. Could we take him to free safety or strong safety at 6'3", 230? He's way too slow. No. Yeah, he is. 81 speed. There's no way he's going to safety. We're still going to have Beasley up here. And strong safety is still going to be Delahome. And we could move Thomas somewhere. Oh, man. Oh, gosh. I'm going to have to cut a lot of players, I think. This seems like I have way too many players on this team. Honestly, though, our corners turned out mostly okay. Sherrod Smith is not going to play. But we'll have Irvin, 6'3", 91 speed on the outside. Taylor Jr., 6', 94 speed on the outside. Then in the slot, I mean, we could put Smith in the slot because he's 6'1", which we like. And then let these guys kind of develop a little bit. I think that's going to be the plan. Linebacker. So Carter's going to start there. Troy's going to start there. I could move McDonough to Sam linebacker. McClellan, 6'1", 222, but only 84 speed. How are you as a Sam linebacker? 74? Yeah, we're going to move McDonough up to Sam, which I think works pretty good. Where are we at on D tackles? Pryor and Jackson. Got just workhorse on these boys. Could we move? Do we have anybody with a really high strength that could move? 81 strength. See, he's still very, very below our other three guys. Maybe Padrino. I mean, he's 87 strength, 75 overall at left edge, where he's never going to play. Or you can move him to D tackle. He might actually play there. So we'll have Griggs on one edge. We'll have Walls on the other. And at D tackle, we can go Pryor and Padrino. I don't hate that. I don't love it, but I don't hate it. Sam, we're probably going to start McDonough. 88 speed, 6'2", 235. Mike's going to be our guy, Josh Choice. And then we still have to do like our manual upgrades and stuff, which we'll do in just a little bit. And then Noah Carter, 89 speed, bouncer, and platinum robber. So now I love our linebackers. I do think I'm going to go away from 6'1", just because I don't like sitting in the same thing a ton, but I like kind of where we're sitting here. Kicker wise, now we got 90 kick power here. You can, yeah, take a back seat there. Mr. Schreiber, we got an impact dev, freshman kicker. Punter, 92 kick power with deep range. So our special teams are actually looking pretty good. Do we have any athletes? We do not. Okay. So overall, that's kind of how we're sitting. We'll go through and do our manual upgrades and everything here too. And we'll take it from there. Right now, we're at a 72 overall. That should go up from here. We will see. Oh, actually, also really quick, we are going to look through all the classes of everybody here. I know there's a couple standouts. Boder, what the hell? What the hell is this? 6 5-stars, 18 4-stars, number 2 ranked class in the country. Tulsa, not far behind here either. But let's just go conference by conference. Let's start with the American Conference here. Toledo leads the way, 19th in the country, 10 4-stars, 13 3-stars. Marshall top 40. Army and Navy to both be in the top 50. Pretty good work by our new Navy user. Elevated Anaconda just took over for Ramsey there at Navy, and Timeless Raven of Army. I mean, pretty good to get top 50 classes at those two schools. Bowling Green, Buffalo, and Temple rounding out the American Conference. Western Kentucky left abandoned by Cord, took over UTSA. I can't believe we didn't get Abracadabra. God, that really stings me. Honestly, though, at least we got Noah Carter, and I think our linebackers are good enough where it's not going to hurt us too bad. So Vancy in Louisiana are defending national champions, comes in with a 13th ranked recruiting class, did get Strickland. That was the Army free safety we were kind of battling for. I don't think we had much of a chance of actually grabbing him. Of course, we see 2 4-star halfbacks and offensive linemen in his top 5. It makes sense for him running that triple option offense. North Texas at 42. We did just get a new North Texas user, Crizzle, will be taking over the mean green next year. Louisiana Tech gets a top 50 class. I'm not surprised. I don't think it's going to take too long for Gravediggers to get a team going here. Let's just look at recruits and then let's see transfers. So Texas State actually cleaned up in the transfer portal. 6th ranked transfers, Louisiana number 7. But our main focus here is going to be on overall. And I'm starting to think our Southern Miss guy has abandoned us here. He only got 6. Did he get any transfers? He did not. So I don't think Southern Miss. We might have another opening coming up here very, very shortly. Mountain West Conference, Utah State ranked number 2, Tulsa number 4, Oregon State number 25 or 24. Oh my goodness. We haven't fully decided how we're going to do conferences for next season. We might do like a relegation type system where everybody that finished top 2 last year is going to move into one conference. So we might be going head to head with both Utah State and Tulsa next year. Kind of hope not, because that is insane. 5-star quarterback, right tackle, 4-star receiver, 5-star corner, 4-star receiver. Tulsa, 5-star corner, 5-star will, 4-star quarterback, 5-star halfback. How in the world? What is going on? In last, our own Sunbelt Conference, James Madison leads the way with a number 16 ranked class, snagged 12 4-stars. Of course, we see secondary right off the bat. They are just a cornerback factory. Adding Lester the third there, 4-star, 6'1", 200 pounds, getting a free safety in there too. I felt pretty good about our class. I mean, we ended up with 30, only 3 4-stars, but for us, I'm pretty happy with that. Getting Noah Carter, getting our halfback of the future. Terry is probably going to be our halfback until this dynasty ends. I mean, we only got 3, maybe 4 seasons left. So as long as we can keep Terry around, keep him from transferring, he's going to be our guy for the rest of the run here. Very similar to Roche, at least in terms of build. So hopefully he plays like it too. FIU gets in 5 4-stars, 13 3-stars, gets a number 39 ranked class. USF at 46, ECU at 48. Georgia Southern 55, App State 59, Georgia State number 80. So that is how all of our user classes have ended up here after the transfer portal. I'm pretty happy with the team that we've got here. I think we really beefed up some positions we needed help in. Got some good wide receivers, got some good corners, got some really good linebackers. So overall, pretty happy with how the team sits here. Now we'll go ahead and advance a little bit, and I'll see you guys in just a second. And we are back. Transfer portal is complete. We are on to manual progression week as well as custom conference week, which is actually something worth talking about here. We are currently holding a league-wide poll on how we want to do conferences for year 4. Keep things more geographic like we have them, or go to a relegation type system. As of now, it does look like the relegation system is going to win out. I haven't gone through and actually changed the conferences yet. I want to see, got to wait for the poll to actually finish, but it's looking pretty dang likely. So here is how that is going to work for year 4. We are going to have 4 custom conferences still: platinum, gold, silver, and bronze. Our platinum conference is meet everybody that finished 1st or 2nd in year 3. Gold is 3rd and 4th, silver 5th and 6th, bronze 7th or 8th. Then how we finish in year 4 is going to determine how the conferences look going into year 5. Your bottom 2 finishers in the platinum conference, which is probably going to be us, Old Dominion, and somebody else, are going to go down to the gold conference. The top 2 finishers in gold are going to take their spot in platinum, bottom 2 go to silver, so on and so forth. Top 2 in silver go to gold, bottom 2 go to bronze, top 2 in bronze go up to silver. There is no like getting kicked out of the league if you finish like 7th or 8th in bronze. The only way you can go is up. Platinum, the only way you can go is down, and then we have the middle in there. I do think it will be better for like competitive balance, and it'll add a little more juice to the regular season at the end to games where, you know, the loser might get relegated down a conference in the last week of the regular season or something like that. So I do think there's some merit to it. I do think it could be interesting. We'll try it out. We'll see how it goes. But it's looking like that is how our conferences are going to be. If we do end up just sticking to geographic conferences, that's what I have these set up for now. Our only change is going to be UAB is going to move to the American, because Western Kentucky coach decided to take the job at UTSA. So UTSA is going to move to Conference USA, so we can keep all the Texas teams in one conference here. I think we have 4. We have 5. North Texas, Rice, UTSA, Texas State, and Sam Houston can all stay in COSA. UAB was just, it was them, or we moved people from the Sun Belt, and then we got more moving pieces. I don't know. And with the Sun Belt, I like how this is set up because we got our 2 North Carolina teams with Appalachian State and East Carolina. We got our 2 Florida teams with FIU and USF. We have our 2 Georgia teams with Southern and State, and our 2 Virginia teams with James Madison and Old Dominion. So it didn't feel right to split those guys up. I think UAB was our answer to take that spot in the American Conference. So if we stick to geographical, this is what it's going to be. If we end up doing relegation, it's going to be that platinum, gold, silver, and bronze that we went over earlier. So now, manual progression. This is the first time I've ever done this. And we do have a 0% penalty as of now. That is going to change in college football 27. But the best way for me to know what the best penalty is going to be is to actually get in and see what this manual progression is all about. Now, how I'm going to do this, we don't really have any rules. You can kind of do it mostly however you want. The only rule we have is don't bounce around people's positions just to break their skill caps and get some absolute freak players in there. But when it comes to this, there's not really any set rules for it. But my own house rule on this is going to be, my own head canon on this is going to be, is we're going to go kind of position room by position room and upgrade the same thing across everybody in that position. So in my head, I'm saying, you know, okay, our quarterback coach has been working with all the quarterbacks this season to upgrade their accuracy and power. Those are going to be our 2 we're going to focus on across the board on our quarterbacks. And we're going to have that same kind of thought process in every different positional group, really trying not to do speed because I don't know, that just feels, you could just 100% just max out everybody's speed across the board. I just don't like the idea of doing that. So things like our halfbacks, I actually want to do hands to get better carrying and catching. I do love throwing to our halfbacks, so we want to improve their catching across the board. And then things like elusiveness or power, maybe quickness on a couple of guys. But overall, we're really going to try to avoid doing all of that. So like wide receiver wise, we'll just pull up a random one here. I think for wide receivers, what we really need to upgrade is going to be like route running. We saw as that press man had us in a bad shape in our conference title game at the end of year 3. And if we are going to relegation, we are going to be playing against the best teams. So we need route running. We need these guys to be able to get open. So route running in hands probably for wide receiver, offensive line. Well, actually tight end first, because this one I actually do have my one gripe with Olesh, who by the way is up to an elite depth trait now with him being a senior. My one gripe with Olesh has been how easily he gets tackled. He can't truck, he can't stiff arm. So across tight ends, we're going to be doing power and route running. Get that strength up, get that trucking up, get that stiff arm up, and hopefully we see Olesh breaking a tackle at some point. So we're going to do power and route running across our tight ends. Offensive line is just going to be run block and pass block across everybody. Our offensive line is going to be bad. So this relegation could really go poorly for us, considering, you know, we're now going to be going up against like the Tulsa defensive line, and our offensive line stinks. But we're just going to do run block, pass block, maybe a little strength across the board. Left edge and right edge, we are going to treat the same. The one thing I want from these guys is to get quick jumps in these spots. So this is one position we might do some speed and acceleration. If not, probably finesse moves on our left and right edge. Defensive tackle, we want our big boy gap specialist. That's why everyone we have is pure power or gap specialist. We need somebody who can anchor the middle. I do think we're going back to a 3-3-5 defense. We need a big boy nose tackle to help hold down the fort. So we're going to do some strength, some power moves, and just some things to help with that. Now at linebackers, the main thing we are going to focus on, I think we have enough speed across our linebackers. I'm not concerned about doing that too much. The number one thing is going to be pass coverage. We want better zone, and well, we don't really run much man, but we do want better zone coverage on these guys, and power. We want better hit power, better strength, better jumping. Are these technically the best things to do? Probably not. But I do think for how we like to play, this is going to make sense because we don't really blitz our linebackers too much. They're almost always dropping back in coverage. So that's going to be our plan across all 3 linebacker positions. Cornerbacks, it's going to be zone coverage 100%. Everything we got is going into the zone coverage on these guys. We almost always just run zones, so we want to get that as high as it possibly can, and probably hands. It'd be nice to make sure if we're getting our hands on the ball that they're actually being caught. So that's going to be probably corner and both safety positions. So I'm going to go through and do those quick, and we'll see how the team looks from there. All right. Holy cow, that takes a lot longer than I than I thought it did. But here are the new overalls of our boys. Quarterback, we did exactly what we said. We got Alejado up to an 88 overall with 92 throw power now, 96 short, 91 medium. Like the looks of that. Halfback wise, Jason Terry is still our best overall halfback. We might just rock with him right out the gates. It's either going to be him or Jawan Stack who took the biggest jump forward with those upgrades. He's up to 91 speed, 91 excel. Solid enough, but I don't know. I think we might just ride Jason Terry off into the sunset here. Wide receiver wise, I mean, we did get up a couple 80 overall receivers here at least with Lorick and Newsome. Yeah, receivers, we really just were focused on the route running and catching. We did up one speed here on Christian Tate. He was capped everywhere else, so we'll add a little bit extra speed here in our wide receiver room. At least we got 194, a couple 92 speeds, and better route running, so hopefully these guys will be able to get open. Tight ends, we did our toughness. We got Olesh up to a 90 overall. This big, beautiful boy. He better break at least one tackle this year, or I am going to lose my mind. Offensive line, run block, pass block, and footwork, I think, were the three we ended up doing if those other ones were capped. So we got an 82 overall left tackle. Our guard, Witherspoon, is already capped like across the board. So we're going to have to move somebody over to be our actual starting left guard. Centers are what they are. One of these guys is going to have to go over and actually be our left guard. McCollum up to 78 overall as a redshirt freshman. We like that. Right tackle, not much. Our edge rushers, I still think we're going to go with Griggs just because he gets quick jump versus JJ here, who does not. We did add, I think, a little extra acceleration to Javon Griggs here too. And you have to go through and like buy the abilities too, which I have not done. That'll be a future problem. Our nose tackle is definitely going to be Nate Pryor. We got him up to an 89 strength, 87 overall, big, strong boy. McCollum, though, with 92 strength. So we do have a good little 1-2 here between our defensive tackles. We'll have some thoughts. I do like that he's 98 power move. That's a big, strong man there, Nate Pryor. I think he's going to be our nose tackle. Right edge, it's still going to be Julius Walls here with a silver quick jump up to 90. I think we did his excel once too. Just really trying to make sure our edges can get into that backfield a little bit. Sam linebacker did exactly what we said, just stuck with mainly zone coverage and a little extra hit power on some of these guys. I'm not sure which one of these two we are going to end up starting. Time will tell. Mike linebacker, Josh Choice is still going to be our guy. We kept him at 90 speed. That is more than fast enough for our user linebacker. We needed to get him some extra hit power and some extra zone coverage. So that's kind of what we did across the board, which I'm pretty sure is what we said we were going to do. I think so. Then our other stud linebacker here, Noah Carter from the Army Black Knights. We did get his speed up one, so he's up to a 91 speed, 98 excel, bouncer, robber. I did try to get his hit power up a little bit more. It's only at 75, which I don't love, but we did get his zone coverage up to 90, which is fantastic. So Noah Carter and Josh Choice. If we do run some 4-2-5, I'm not entirely sure what defense we're going to do yet. At least now we got the linebackers to kind of run whatever we want. Our cornerback room isn't great, but it's not looking too bad. Dylan Beebe actually took a gigantic leap forward. I do wish he was a little bit taller than 5'10", but he's up to an 86 overall, 92 speed corner now. And again, we pretty much just tried to max out everybody's zone coverage as much as we possibly could, considering that is what we run all the time. And that's why I think we got to find somewhere for Lloyd Irvin III with his 93 zone coverage, and he's still 93 speed. So we'll have to, it might be Irvin Jr. and Taylor on the outside, and then BB in the slots. We'll figure it out. But we tried to boost as much of this zone coverage stuff as we could, because some of those guys, it was pretty rough. It was pretty rough. Safeties, we did either just pass coverage, which combines man and zone, or just zone coverage, and run support. So pursuit and tackle was kind of our main focus on our safeties. I think Beasley's still going to be our guy here with his 90 speed and house call, but I do like the looks going forward of this Marcus Cadu. I think he has got some potential for us as the redshirt freshman. This year, though, I think it is going to be Beasley. Then the star of the defensive show is going to be our strong safety, Messiah Delhomme, up to a 93 overall now, layout and house call, 93 93 speed, 95 excel. We got his zone coverage up to 90 now. We dumped a ton into his zone coverage. I think this guy is going to be an absolute stud. So that is all the manual upgrades we went and did. Obviously, our overall hasn't updated yet. I'm curious to see where that is going to land, but we will find that out, I think, next time. I think this covers everything for the ODU offseason, the OMT Online Dynasty offseason here between years 3 and 4. Because up next, yeah, it's just going to be preseason, and then we'll be into week 0. So yeah, that is it for the Old Dominion offseason. I think this team is as ready as we could possibly get it. I do think going to the manual progression was a good idea, because then we can actually tailor the team to how we like to play. We can get that zone coverage on our linebackers and corners, considering we run zone 99% of the time. That's how the team is looking. That's how the team is set up. We'll go over the final depth chart and everything in week 0. I'm probably going to just give myself a CPU game for that week so we can go over all of that fun stuff. But yeah, that's it then. I will see you guys next time for the start of season 4. Hope you enjoyed this little off-season recap. Until then, take it easy.